Welcome, my friends, to the UK, to England. We're going to have a look at Anfield. It's been a good few years since I was last there, but I've seen lots of it's had lots of added bits. So it's in the northwest of England. Here we go. So this used to be obviously a bit smaller, but also like packed in houses, council estates, like packed in around it and stuff. And they like bought a lot of the land around it and redeveloped it and everything. I don't know. Let's go straight to the street view. I don't know if when these were taken. Right, our strength lies within. Now, Anfield as a stadium, I'm going to try and be as least biased as lovely leather jacket and glove combo. I'm going to try and be as least biased as I can as we look at the stadium. It's a classic old stadium that's been built on and then built on. It's a bit of a blob. In all seriousness, it looks a lot better than it used to. Like a lot better, a lot better than it used to. We have the Cop snack bar. I wonder what the rental of a place right next to Anfield is like. You've got to make a food place, right? Then we got Sing Fong. I'm assuming fish and chips, Chinese and English. See, that always worries me when you go for a Chinese takeaway, but they also do kebabs or they also do fish. I'm like, are you fully focused? Then we've got Georgie Porgy, yeah, okay. We have a pharmacy here that does 30-minute photos because apparently people still develop photos, which took me by surprise. I don't think they're permanent. That's that like markety thing, isn't it? But if we have a look around the other side, I'm assuming this is the club shoppy thing. Am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? It looks pretty good from there, to be fair. I think that looks pretty damn good. And then we've got this nice little green area and stuff like this. I saw some angles I like it at Anfield. Some angles are a bit. Oh my God, it's a ghost. Don't worry about it. Okay. I've seen that before, but I can't remember what the fuck it is. Then the back end, bit of a grey blob. But it's, and I say this lovingly as a Liverpool fan, it looks clean. It got a bit decrepit. Liver beds, weird. Yeah, it didn't always, and Liverpool fans will agree with me here. It didn't always look the most clean, just because it was an old rundown stadium. Really, let's have a go. Let's have a look on the pitch. That's not a thing. It's still beautiful though, isn't it? Okay, this was taken in 2014. What's okay? Yep. Like the old faded seats. Okay, I can't get out. I'm stuck. Okay, that's not what I clicked on. I'd like to go here. Are we having a tour? All right, mate. Oh, Jesus. Rough night. Okay. It's a lovely old stadium. I wouldn't, as much as, these modern stadiums are spectacular in the facilities and the stuff, like, I love this. Like, it's Old Trafford. Like, Old Trafford is a similar built-on blobby thing, and it's kind of at the stage Liverpool's was a few years ago before the investment. It needs lots of renovation and, fix the leaks and stuff. But, like, it's got a bit of history in it. Have a nice day, everybody. Right, okay, let's go play some football. It's not terrible, although I've got some bad news about Dom. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Let's take you straight to the dot. We can't afford him. He's been immediately. I like the fact he just doesn't even come up. Immediately transfer listed by the new Dortmund manager. And there is a bid of 6.4 million from board. Oh no, did they reject it? Okay. He must have rejected them. Maybe he rejected them. Okay. So there's a chance, but I can't justify spending 6 million on him. Have they got rid of anybody else? Piccoli's left. Oh, okay. Aren't you a bit low on defenders? Who's their manager? Hans Wolf. I think he might be German. Boom. Called it. Right. So, to be fair, we've had an easy run in. Right, we've had a pretty easy run of games. We played Brentford, who are down there battling relegation as well. Good 3-0 victory. We put away our chances. Frazee, Jovic and Goff, the centre-back, from a set piece in the 69th minute. Nice. Few rotations and drew 0-0 with Norwich in the FA Cup. I kind of want to focus on the FA Cup a bit because we need to get ourselves back up there. We need to improve the reputation. We need to build our club again. So I think we should go for it. But I wanted to rest a few of the players. We've got a very small squad. We missed Cisse missed a penalty, which was annoying. Today, we're playing Everton and Man United. Now, we know Everton are really good in this virtual, obviously not real life, but like in this made-up universe. Everton are good. They're regular Champions League. They're sitting 7th this year. And Man United... Both at home, though. Both at home. We'll worry about the FA Cup later on, right? But it's both at home. I've come back too early. I was too excited. Let's go. We rested a couple of players, but Jovic is out injured for a while. I don't know who we play on the right. We're going to have somebody just do a job. Another problem is we've sold a couple of players. We made a little bit of money in the old transfer market, got rid of some rubbish, made about 10 mil in sales, but we're only getting 35%. So a rebuild, we need to fix the finances a little bit first. Okay, so I could play I could go. All right, yeah, Pryor can go on the right hand side. It's not ideal, but needs must and all that. Needs must. Oh, okay, you can come in. You're good. You're good. You're going back on the right-hand side. Ruggeri, apart from having a terrible season, he's had a couple of really good games. Got himself a cheeky assist. Right. Another problem I have, when you're like in a top team, I don't know if this is just England, I'm assuming it's everywhere, it's really hard to get loans. Because you're like, Juventus have got this decent 18, not world class, just like a decent 18, 19-year-old that's like on 20 grand a week. And you're like, he's perfect cover for us. Like, let's get him in. So they're like, yeah, no, we need you to pay all of his wages and also give us 500 grand a month. And also you have to buy him for £8 million. He's got to be offside, surely. Oh, good save. Oh, he kept it in unnecessarily. Yeah, so loans are a bit tricky. We're just going to have to get through it. Right, we almost scored at one end and then almost conceded at the other. Right. I'd obviously take a draw here. I think I don't want to get ahead of myself. And I don't want to lose to Everton. And they are... Oh, although they're 7th in the league, you know, they were league champions, was it a year ago, 2 years ago? They're Champions League knockout stage regulars. Yes, this is nice. This is lovely. Pryor, lovely. Go on, Heslop. Oh. Unlucky. Good. Gary's taking it again. Oh, no, not again. Are we just getting... Might need to change the corners. Actually remembered to set them up as well. Nice. Okay, bastards. Okay. This is fine. Maybe not with Everton, but like with Man United and maybe a bit. Go on. Oh, no. Offside, yeah. I don't want a Bayern. I don't want a humiliation, right? I don't want to be a million miles off these guys. Because if they edge us, if they beat us 1-0, let's say Man United beat us 1-0, 2-1 or something, that means like we're close enough. We don't have any squad depth and no money. But, yeah, I think it was off. But our first team is not a million miles away, although old. Just a goal. I love it when they don't show the replays and just nothing happens. Brilliant. Great coding. Declan Rice, rolling back the years, prior an unusual position, but he finishes it with aplomb. Yeah, I said it. Still a very even game. Yeah, actually better possession this time. Maybe we're just getting used to the tactic. Okay, pass completion. Match stats. Like we can't. You know it's bad when I've got a fucking goalkeeper on the bench. Like that's how small our squad is. That's nice. That's nice. Yes, he scored again. I knew this was. He was the player. He was the player. That when I looked at this club, I was like, you only need a couple. I feel like when you're looking at a job, when you're looking at a club, if you see a couple of good like youngsters that could be really good, oh, he leaves it for him. He jumps the ball as well. You can go, okay, yeah, keep hold of them. The only problem is while we're rebuilding, he needs to not leave and get upset. I've already had to promise the Brazilian guy that because he wants Champions League football. So I said I'll sell him at the end of the season. Maybe if we finish top 4, because we're not a million miles off. We're almost in Europe. Agree. Lovely little flick from Flazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, Egan! Fucking hell, he's keeping a. This is very much like Liverpool. Like, yeah, good pressure, building up. And then, oh, fuck, counter-attack. Where Alisson digs us out of a big hole. Very realistic. Okay, this is good. This is the Frenchy guy, okay. How's Declan doing? He's having a great game. I'm going to keep him on. Retiring at the end of this season. We're going to get... I just looked at Trent Alexander-Arnold because, ex-legend sort of says about the derby sort of stuff. And he's retired, obviously, but he's... What is wrong with that? It's not offside, no. It's not. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. It's not offside. Piss off. Come on now. Get some eyes. Get some eyes. Brilliant jump at the back post. It's 3-0. Let's go. No, keep him on. And Trent Alexander's job now is a manager. And I say this because I'll show you him in a second. Technically, I don't think he's employed, but his role he wants is manager. And I'll show you why I think that's a good finish. They deserve a goal, to be fair. 3-0 is a little bit excessive for us. It's a good finish. A little bit slow on our heels, but I don't think we need to go defensive, right? I need to show you Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay, well done, lads. Nice. Took our chances. What we have to do right now, just can't have any injuries. If we can sneak into Europa League this season, it'll be glorious. Right, Trent, you want to see a manager? Yeah? Yeah? Look, he can't at all. He's almost as bad as you could make a manager, which is impressive. I was going to give him a job as like under 18s and all that. Fuck that. What's the point? What is the point? Right. Oh, the fans will fucking love. Like, surely the team loves me, right? 4 games, 3 wins, goals. Huh? Fucking hell. Not only have they just gone from opposing to no, they're like, oh, I fucking love this guy. I've always said he was good. Yeah, no, I've always said he knew what he's talking. Fucking, I'm almost more pissed off that they're the ones that support me now. Get a grip. Right. Unnecessarily angry. Okay, we'll skip the Norwich game. Like I said, FA Cup would be cool, but it's not drastically important. If we get knocked out, to be honest, with the tiny squad we have, it's not the worst thing in the world. Just a little reminder that we're not quite the finished article yet. We got spanked 3-0 by Norwich. We made a few changes, but it wasn't crazy. It just shows just how the drop-off if we rest players. Yeah, not ideal. Okay, who is so you're still out. You're out as well now. Pryor's back. Thank you, Declan. He's actually playing pretty well, which is good. Yeah, we didn't. It's not like I made a ton of changes. A little bit worrisome. Our attacking, I think we have to go with Pryor on the right. Is Declan up for another game? He is. Still a very fit boy. Okay. I just want to have a quick look at Everton, wondering. Because they sort of dropped. Maybe that was just a little woohoo, look at us. And then they're back to being Everton. Did they? They spent a lot of money and they sold a lot of money. Wally Jonk is a very solid name. Good name to say. South African goalkeeper. Right. Come on then, Man United. Ooh, don't like this. It's like when we played them as Dortmund in the Champions League. It's like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay. The boys are back. almost full strength. We're kind of missing one, I guess. Oh, in other news, Erling Haaland just won the Ballon d'Or for the 8th time. He's all right. I reckon he's got a big future. I'm going to say it now. You can clip this up, right? I think Haaland's decent. I think he's going to have a solid career. The Nordic Meat Shield. Right. Here we go. Win this. Nice, Pryor. Mullich. Back to Pryor. Mullich. Lipstick. Oh, it's a great finish. Go on, Bruce. He was dog shit against Norwich. But he's scoring in the big games. He's a big game player. That's for you, Dom. I'm hoping Dom just hangs on until the end of the season and then we can pick him up really cheap. Like, he refuses to leave. Because he's waiting for me. That's what I like to think. Dom is waiting for me. To be honest, I know he's not the best player now. He's turning he's not as bad as Harry Owen was later on in his career when we were playing for like Lazio and stuff, where he never should have been anywhere near that team. But honestly, with this squad depth right now, I'd happily take a Dom. That's nice. That's nice. That's really good. Have I heard of this guy? I feel like I've heard of this guy. Is he old? I feel like I've heard of this youngster. All right. And I'm recording a couple of episodes in advance, so I haven't read any comments going, "Oh, you're fucking cheating," downloading the tactic. Like, firstly, I just don't care. Yeah, he only scores against the big team. Well, actually, we beat Brentford and stuff. No, ignore that. He just scores. Maybe he can. We don't have to worry about the striker next season, which would be really good because we're not going to have a massive amount of money. And if we can focus on other areas, he might do for another season. Yeah, anyway, don't stress, like tactics and stuff. I've always said you can read up on tactics. Like, there's some really good blogs and there's some really good YouTube explaining how different tactics and roles work and combinations work. There's some brilliant, like Bust the Net, probably the best in the game, one of the OGs. The OGs, not like, oh, he's a YouTube OG. No, Bust the Net is like the OGest of OGs, literally a moderator on the Sports Interactive forum for years. A forum is a place where us oldies used to go to. It's like a chat room, but slower. And he explains the game brilliantly and stuff. But I'm sure he'd agree with me if he was watching this, in that what you can do, if you're trying to get better at tactics, because like I said in the previous episode, why I'm doing this, is that you get caught in, okay, I found this way of playing. And that's how I just build all my tactics, are very similar to that. But also, a really good way of learning is taking some people tactics that are really good and know what they're doing and stuff, and using it and watching it and learning from it. It's a complete, it's not cheating. I mean, you can't cheat Football Manager. I hate people that look down upon people that use tactics. And this is just a bit of fun, end of save, silliness. I'll always let you know when I'm using tactics, and I'll also let you know, if you want to use the tactics and stuff. But like, I'm sure there'll be one or two comments, just somebody going, "Nah, fucking cheating, easy mode." It's like people that don't like hidden attributes and stuff. They'll go, "Oh, they're easy mode. Oh, you're not as good as me." Like, get a fucking grip. We're playing a single player game. Right, nice. Crazy. Optimistic, that one. Right, how are we doing fitness, boys? Our team is pretty fit. Considering we're still playing a high press and stuff, this team is pretty fit. And even if this tactic is just like super successful, I'm probably going to mix it up and try some other ones. Like I said in the previous episode, if you've got any that you want to try, especially with... this guy's a god. This guy's an absolute god. Especially if you use unusual tactics and stuff that work, please let me know. I'll happily try them out. Okay. This is our problem. This is our main area of concern, is the left back position. See, Dom, fill in at left back. He'd done a job. Okay. I find this tactic interesting because although it's a high press, counter press, possession is not incredible at all. I know Man United are obviously a good team. They're a sort of top 4 team, but like it's at home. The problem is that with how good Pryor is playing on this wing, I'm like, maybe we should get a midfielder in rather than getting a inside forward. Let's just have Pryor doing this because he seems godlike on this wing. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Have a pop. Go on. Go on. Tight angle. Maybe we could have took it first time. We are absolutely... This is our best performance of the season. Of the 5 games that I've been in charge. Cisse. Lovely. Lovely. Pryor. Lovely. Oh, he's unselfish. I don't want to say Pryor hat-trick. He's only scored 1 goal. Shh. It's not red, is it? Okay. Oh, good. Right. Lovely. Let's give him a bit of praise juice. Okay, that's awful. What is that ball forward? I know there's Man United fans watching this going, why can't we just be good? Please. Oh, careful. Obviously, Monday Night Football. I think it's Monday Night Football next week, isn't it? IRL, that's Man United playing Liverpool. Technically, you could argue it's a relegation 6-pointer. Oh, that's a good finish. That's a good finish. They probably deserved a second goal, maybe. But it's a lovely run. He's unlucky there. I think Carl gets the tackle, but it comes back off the striker. Do we just... It's a little bit... How much added on? 3. All right. All right. Come on. Come on, boys. Let's go. Nice. Nice. This is going far too well. The downside of using other people's tactics is that sometimes it can remind you of how bad you are at tactics. That's the flip side. But like to my point about the downloading tactics and using other people's tactics and stuff is that watch the games, you get to see it and go, oh, okay, I see why that works. And you can say, when you go on to design your own tactics, this is great newbie advice, by the way. Like, you can go, oh, okay, I know that this, let's just say, for instance, this system really works. So these two wide centre backs, so I'm going to design a tactic. The rest of it might be quite different, and you might go, okay, but we're going to do this, this, and this. But I know this setup works, or this combination works, and then I'll put that into my already made tactic, or tweak it, or whatever. It's really fucking useful, and don't let anybody tell you that you're a cheat, or you're playing on easy mode, or whatever, for using other people's tactics. It's partly why I used it, because I knew somebody would get upset, and also knew that fuck them. Right, we might be the greatest team, ignore the Norwich result, the world has ever seen. We've been very lucky with the games, really, but like, we've got Watford, we've got Spurs, obviously, here, 8th, and Man United. Oh, okay. So what was that, 5 years ago, and the slide. Nuno Espirito Santo. I didn't expect to see his name, like, anywhere, apart from, like, maybe my bus driver or something. But that's impressive. And Spurs. What, are Spurs been Spurs? Yep. Have they won anything? I'm trying to help you out here, Spurs. 2028 Champions League winners. You've done it, Spurs. You've won something. Okay. Europa League winners 2033. Super Cup. What about the Carabao? 2029, 2030. Oh no, 2032 winners. FA Cup. Where is it? Have I lost it? Where's the FA Cup gone? Oh, it's up there. 2024. See? You're going to win things, Spurs. Believe. Right. There we go, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.